I went from this to this, but I didn't develop discipline until the age of 26. I was the most undisciplined person on this planet, and I will try to explain it and get you to actually put it into work in a way a child will understand. Building discipline is not easy, but it is possible if you are actually willing to do it. Hello guys, it's Alara and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about discipline and how to acquire that, because it is actually very hard, but not as hard as you might think, okay? It's not as complicated. You just have to be willing to make a change. And I'm just gonna get straight into it. And as I said before, I will try to explain it as easy as possible. So I need you to realize two things first. One thing is you will have to make a choice, which is probably why you're watching this video in the first place. You have to make the choice, am I gonna stay this way for the rest of my life? Or I'm tired of living like a piece of shit and I want to start over, which, great news for you, as long as you're breathing, it's never late to start over, okay? You're not too late in life for nothing, because life is not a race, it's a marathon. And the second thing I need you to realize is that no one is coming to save you. No one. And no one has the responsibility to do that. You are responsible for your own life. And if you decide, you know what, I'm gonna live like this for the rest of my life, you're free to do that. But why are you watching this video then, right? So I assume you want to make a change in your life. So this is why you're here. And no one, again, has the responsibility to do anything for you. People don't have to push you to be a better version for yourself. People don't have to drag you out of bed so you actually achieve things in life. That is your responsibility, and that is what you have to make click in your mind. You have to engrave that into your brain so you're actually able to start moving. Because once you realize, oh, no one's coming, you will get moving whether you like it or not. First step to actually achieve discipline is write everything down that you want to achieve and your current state of mind. Say, I am this and this, and this is what I want to become though. You have to have it written down, because what helped me the most with getting disciplined is writing it down on a sheet of paper. And you don't have to do this every day. Oh no, if you're in a bad rotting state and you're watching this, even that is going to be too much for you. But you can grab a piece of paper, and it has to be a piece of paper, not your notes, not the tablet. I need you to take a piece of paper and a pen and write down, what does my current life look like right now, in a very honest way, no shading, no lying, no sugarcoating. And then what do I want to achieve and what do I want to be? So you have it written down and it's being put into this reality. The second thing, and this is where a lot of people fail, is you're not going to try to tackle everything at once, because then you're going to be burnt out and you're at stage 0 again, if not even worse. You're going to take one of the goals you just wrote down. You're going to take the easiest of that list and you're going to set that as your only goal. That is the only goal for now, because our goal right now is not to achieve those things, it's to build discipline. You have to distinguish between that. As of right now, you're not able to achieve those things. But with the discipline you're trying to build, you will get to there. It will take time, it will take a lot of effort, but you will get there, trust. Forming a habit and forming discipline takes roughly about 3 weeks to 1 month. And you have to be consistent with the thing you have just written down. It could be just drinking 1 liter per day. It could be going for a walk every day for 5 minutes only, or even leaving the house every single day. That could be one of your goals. You don't even have to go for a walk. You just have to get on your clothes, put on your shoes, and step out of that door so you're outside. And trust me, once you are outside, you will do some sort of activity, even if it's just 5 minutes of walking. And once you actually do that, the discipline comes in. But there is one thing also that you have to keep in mind. There will be days where you will not feel like it. You will be like, oh no, I don't feel like going outside right now. I don't feel like it. The weather is shitty. I don't want to. Those are the days that count the most, because that is where you kill your flesh. That is where you decide my will is stronger than this brain that is trying to keep me in old habit patterns for safety. This brain of ours, and I've done this comparison a jillion times, is a child. It doesn't want to be challenged. It doesn't want to get into unknown terrain, It wants to stay in the same place because it's safe. It's not safe. It's destructive. So whenever your brain tells you or your body feels heavy and you don't want to do it, you are going to get your ass up, because that is where you have to keep in mind. No one is coming to save you. No one. No one has the responsibility to drag your ass outside. You have to do it yourself. And again, those days are the ones that shape you the most. The days where your flesh is battling for you to stay home and you say, you know what? I'm gonna curse, I'm sorry, because I think I'm not able to get it across otherwise. Fuck this shit. My body has no power over me and I'm going outside. Even if it's just for a millisecond, you have done it. You have achieved it, and that is the thing. While building discipline, it doesn't matter for how long you do that task. It matters if you did it or not. It matters, did I show up for myself or not? And as long as you showed up for yourself, you won. That day, you won. Even if it's just for a millisecond, it doesn't matter. You conquered your flesh. In that moment, you conquered your flesh, and that is all that counts. And from there on up, it's only going to get better. So a thing that helped me too was prepare your surroundings. So let's say we're sticking with the goal of going outside every single day, okay? If your goal is to go outside every single day, you have to prepare your surroundings according to it. So put out your clothes the day before, or put the shoes you always put on right in front of your door. I don't care if they're dirty. I don't care if you're a household where shoes are not allowed inside. I'm the same. But if the goal is to go outside every single day, you will put those street shoes in front of your room. So it's there, and every time you leave the room, they look into your face and they're saying, hey, I'm here. I'm here, look at me, because we have a task to do. I have built discipline with almost everything in my life, except for God. That is the thing I'm struggling with right now and that I'm working on right now. Because if I can take the discipline I've acquired in the gym and with my chores and in my life, I can apply it to God as well. And that is what I'm doing. My table is right there. And the stuff that I need, the Bible, my notes, my everything is right there, opened up. Because then I will not have to, search out the chapter I want to read or, get everything ready. It is already there, and it is staring into my soul that it wants to be done. And that is the thing. Your surroundings have to force you to get it done. Obviously, you can also choose to say, no, I'm not going to do it. But will that make you feel better? No. It's about conquering your flesh every single day with everything you do. Let's say rather the goal is not to go outside every single day, but you want to achieve discipline in the gym. You have to keep this in mind. The days where you don't feel like it, right? It doesn't matter about the performance you put on. It matters about that you step foot into that damn gym. That is it. You have to be there, because once you step foot into it, it doesn't matter. You will do anything. You will do something, even if it's just 5 minutes on a treadmill. It doesn't matter. Your body will push you to do it because you're like, while I'm here, I might as well do something. It is not about getting things done. It's about showing up. You are trying to rewire your brain. You're saying, I don't like the habits I'm having currently. I want to change. So you're telling your brain and you're giving your brain signals and saying, we are moving on. And look, I'm actually showing up. And this is where I say the brain is like a child. Let's say you're a parent, right? And every time you promise your child something and don't do it, what will the child feel like? It will feel sad. It will feel betrayed. It will start to not trust you. That is the thing. That's your brain. When you say something but don't do it, your brain doesn't trust you. Your brain is saying, are you being that ass? I thought you were going to do this. Why are you not showing up? Oh, so this is what you're going to do every single time you promise something. So I'm going to get into the mood of we're not getting up because it's not going to happen anyway. You have to show your brain, hey, I'm here, I'm showing up, and I'm actually working on becoming another person. And then Your brain, after 3 weeks or a month of constantly doing this, they're like, oh, this guy's actually valid. He's actually trying to get us somewhere. And your brain will start to trust you more. And the days where you don't feel like it will lessen. They will never completely go away. There's days where I just don't feel like it, but I am too disciplined to stay at home because I'm like, I have to go. And after a while, your body wants that activity on its own. Even if your brain tells you, no, today I don't feel like it, your body is saying, get up, we're going. There's nothing physical holding you back. There is nothing physically restraining you from moving. That is your laziness. That is your brain sending, signals. No, this is not safe. This is not safe. Stay where you are. But again, nothing is physically restricting you from moving. You are stronger than your brain, and you are stronger than that body that doesn't want to go. You have power over your flesh. You can give your flesh, obviously, more power than your own will, because you have been doing that for years now, and it shows. Let me tell you, God didn't design you to be this way. God gave you a strong mind to, conquer your flesh every single day. And if you choose to not do that, then you will be stuck where you are for the rest of your life. And I assume that's not what you want. And let me tell you this, and I would have wanted someone to tell me this, the route is going to feel like shit. You will feel drained. You will feel powerless at days. You will be frustrated with yourself. Everything is going to feel overwhelming. That's part of the journey. Getting disciplined and getting results is a shitty route. And that is why 99% of the people choose not to take it. 99% of the people are saying, I don't want to do this because it's making me uncomfortable. I have to step out of my comfort zone and I have to actually put in the effort every single time, because once you have the discipline, you can't just stop. It's a lifelong journey now. It's part of your life. It's a lifestyle. Most people don't want that. They just want to see quick results. That's why a lot of people are on these phones, to get that quick dopamine kick. It's obviously going to feel like shit. If it would be easy, everyone would do it. And you have to keep this in mind. You have to keep this in mind every single time you're going, and every time you don't want to go, you have to remind yourself, it is going to feel like shit. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be like, I'm acquiring discipline today. This feels so great. No. It's horrendous. But if you want change, you will have to be willing to make that sacrifice of sacrificing your old self and sacrificing your old habits, because if you don't, you cannot expect change to kick in. That's just not how it works. If you want something in your life, you will actually have to put in the effort to get it. Most people decide to stay the way they are because they're not ready to go through the discomfort and the sacrifice it takes. Discomfort because you are required to step into something new and unfamiliar that makes it feel unsafe. And sacrifice because, again, you have to give up your old lifestyle. Everything that is connected to your old version has to go. I have to say, I am ready to step into a new version of myself, because this one is just simply not serving me anymore. I don't want to be like this, because you only have one life. Please keep this in mind. You only have one life. And if you decide to cast it away, you can do that. But isn't that so freaking sad? Why would you do that? You have so much potential. God put you on this planet for a reason. Even if you cannot see it, God put you here so you can achieve things. God didn't put you on this planet to be a loser and to be a no-life. No, God actually has plans for you, but you are choosing to stay in a comfort zone that is actually killing you. Another thing, there will be setbacks. Even if you do it consistently for 1 month, there will be setbacks. There will be times where you will fall off, and that's okay. You are human. You're not a robot. During my process, I've had setbacks a lot of times, but I caught myself very quickly. For example, when I were going to the gym and I was acquiring discipline in the gym, there were days where I wouldn't go for 3 to 4 days, maximum a week. And if that would happen, I would be like, no, we're not doing this. Get up. We have to go back to work, because that's just not how it works. There will be setbacks. Life isn't linear. You have to keep this in mind. There will be things that will happen and push you out and get you confused and mess up your schedule, but that doesn't mean that you can stay that way. Yes, setbacks are normal, but it's important, and that is what the discipline is for, that you're building to get back onto your feet as soon as possible. And let me end this video by saying you have potential. Even clicking on this video means that you are serious about a change, and it just shows, and it's sending signals to your brain that you want change. So you're preparing the ground for that. And trust me when I say God has plans for you. God wants you to do better in life, and you can achieve it. Really, if I did, everyone can. Take care.